Hello, welcome to Beast Pat Paints. I'm Pat. I paint pieces. Oh, my phone is playing music. There's always something that goes along weird here. There's only like me and my one friend who kind of moderates our chat, such as it is. Sometimes we actually have some chat, so it's cool. But he's not actually ever had to do anything because everybody says he's pretty chill, which is awesome. I like it chill. I'm too old for not chill. I've had enough of not chill. I used to like not. I actually used to like that. I used to like to. I'm going to tell you some things about me. I probably should. But I used to like to fight and stuff like that. And like it's a bad idea. It's just a bad idea. I cause a lot of problems with my mouth, and I really shouldn't. I really should be better about it. I try to be. I think we all try to be, but I don't know. We got to find a way to get everybody to start actually talking to each other again. And I think maybe being snide and snarky, probably not the best. Anyway, I like snide and snarky, so it's hard not to. I think that's probably part of the problem with the Gen Xers is a lot of us we're super snide and snarky. Anyway, we paint things here is what we actually do instead of talking about life and things in general. Right now, I actually pulled out all of my Trench Crusade minis. I was showing them to a friend of mine, so I've got them all here that we have going anyway, which is fun. So yeah, if you've not seen Trench Crusade, really neat stuff. This is actually part of the other army that we're working on. These are the Black Grail, which are like nasty, horrible. I don't know, which they're like zombies. They carry disease and all that good stuff. It's fun. If you like Trench Crusade, if you like wargaming stuff, it's fun. If you're not into wargaming, it's probably not your gig. Unless you just like painting stuff, maybe it is your gig. Maybe you just like painting. That's pretty much me. If I'm honest, I don't get to play this game as much as I. As a matter of fact, I've never actually played Trench Crusade. I've played some other war games. So, but I plan on playing Trench Crusade soon. My kids want to play. So, like that's why I get things. I get things because my kids like it. I do stuff. If it's not a commission, we get commissions here too at the studio occasionally. And if you want a commission, you need a commission, then feel free to make a comment, and I'll get you some details on how to get a commission going. I should probably put like a email address or something for commissions at wherever. I had a website for a while, but like it doesn't do anything, so I don't worry about it. Anyway, I stopped paying for it because I'm gonna pay for something that I don't use. And we're a pretty small outfit here. It's literally me and Sir McBeardsly. That's it. And he doesn't actually do any of the painting or any of that. That's just me. I do all the painting and the kit bashing, which is what we've been doing recently. So this is we're trying to make a Paladin, which in the Trench Crusade lore is like I don't know, like a second Jesus. I don't know. They're really weird. It's a strange thing, but it's hyper religious, hyper Christian, something or others, is what this guy is. He's got schmitzy on him, and then we were working on this guy that he's all schmitzied up, and he's ready to paint his armor up and stuff. Kind of made him look a little bit more dirty than our machine gun guy, because I felt like this guy was gonna be dirtier than this guy, because of how fuel and stuff works. I gotta be careful. I end up breaking that damn staff again. Spear. It's got a head. It's a spear. I gotta keep reminding myself, because I keep saying staff. I don't know why. Probably because I keep breaking it off, and so I keep forgetting there's a spear tip on it. But it has a flag, so it's like I feel like I don't know. It's weird. Now it's got a flag and a big windy, crazy staff or sash, which we're probably going to trim down. Now that it's all hardened up, we're probably going to trim it down like right in here, so that it's not so long. But because that would be impractical, right? Not that it matters. It's a fantasy world. How did I miss that? Somehow I missed a piece. A part. Place. Oh, let's turn the music on. What am I doing? There we go. I'm in a pretty interesting mood today. Oh, and that reminds me. We will not be live Tuesday. What day is it? My kid is sick. Hold on. Oh, what was I doing before that? I thought I was gonna look something up. I forgot what it was. Anyway, my kid is ill. So, hey, it just sounds like main flu stuff. Yeah, he's he might have the flu that's been running around. There's been a horrendous, I mean absolutely horrendous flu thing running around Oklahoma. It's the nuts. Of course, I had it. If you've been following the show for a while, you know I had it. And oh, now I remember what I was doing. I was checking the date on that thing. So it was brutal. Kristen had it. Yeah, it was a mess. It was an absolute mess. So yeah, March the 4th, which is next Tuesday, or this coming Tuesday, I should say. This coming Tuesday, we will not have a show. I will be judging a competition for culinary stuff, which is interesting. I haven't done anything culinary related in a long time, so I'm pretty excited. An old friend of mine is looking for a judge for next week's FCCLA competition, which is oh, I forget what the acronym is. Let me see if I can remember. Gosh, getting old sucks, y'all. So anyway, it's an acronym that's for like future something. So it's for kids. You know, it's kids learning how to do things. And this is a culinary competition because they run a culinary team thing, which is super cool. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm glad to go. It's an old friend of mine. Hollered at me. Said, hey, you can come out and come do your thing. I said, yeah, I can come do my thing. Anyway, so like that's my schmutzies. I put this on a bunch of stuff. If I ever want it to look dirty and grimy, I'll put it on there. If I want to fill cracks in, things like that, works out great. It's just oil paint and mineral spirits, and it just mix it up easy to use, easy to do. I swear I get better at this every time. I watched old, what was it, Casey on eBay Miniature Rescues. I watched it and I looked at his palette and I was like, oh my gosh, he's got so many ripples in it. And I was like, man, I get it. Maybe he's not quite as obsessive as I am. I was like, I'm super obsessive about it, which is weird. Like, I don't like the wrinkles. I like it to be as flat as possible. I get weird about it. So anyway, but hey, so if you ever want to invest in something quick that's going to help you with a lot of little things in your paint game, this is a pretty easy one to do. Palettes are great to have. This is a handy one. It's by Armor Painter, and it comes with like a little box to hold your goof in, and It's good. I enjoy having it. Really enjoy having it. So I highly recommend it. It's good stuff, and it helps keep your paints from drying out on you while you're working. Especially if you're working for like long periods of time, it's a really great thing to have. Okay, where did I put that green? That's the sap green. Where's the hooker green? Am I tripping? The hell? What the shit did I do with it? Uh-oh. There it is. That's a weird place for me to put the paint. Oh well. This is why we're finishing up all this Crusade stuff, because it's like it takes over my bench. I want to get it done because I'm, it's cool stuff. I also want to move on to the next project. Again, mentally, I have these done, so and part of it's so we can play. Because, like, honestly, we can play the game. That's what we want to do. So my kiddos are always down for some new game. It's so funny. They like to learn a game, and then like once they learn a game, they kind of get bored with it, and they want to do something else. They're like, oh, okay, well I figured out how this game works. Do we have another game? And you're like, oh my god, y'all, can we play the game we're playing right now? I think it's because like they get to where they feel like they're losing a game or something, and that's what they're kind of like, ooh, play a game. But it's like most of these games, a lot of games we play, there's not really a winner. You just feel like you didn't win or something like that. There's not a winner and a loser in the game. You just feel like you weren't the most important part of the game. Because mostly we play role-playing games, but some of my boys are they want to play Crusade, or they want to play Warhammer. They want to play the different just different war games, I like it. I like the war game. I did get the wrong number. I need burnt in. I'm doing burnt number on these bases. Oh, I'm gonna need that regular number for other stuff. Probably. I really need it. What I really need, honestly, is a little palette knife. Like a miniature one. I don't know if they make that, but that would be the best thing for blending colors. Palette knives work the best. Because you don't really want to get paint up into the fold that's at this part here. And you don't really want to let it, if it does get it there, get it cleaned off. You don't let it dry in there. Because that's what makes your brush do this. And we're going to find one of my kids where they've completely wrecked a brush by, here we go, there's one. So this one's gotten wrecked because it's gotten paint up in the fold. And you can see how the head of it's all funky and crazy. And they'll do all sorts of weird stuff where they'll like open up. Anywho. Not quite right now, is it? Tester spot. It's pretty close. And I just bathed this thing in it, and then I'm gonna kind of come back and we're gonna kind of focus on places where like would have gotten rubbed in the there's a ways you blend these things in that make it look like it's worn and used. These are real light strokes too. It's not, I'm not putting a lot of paint in. Well, I did there, but I'm trying not to put too much paint down because we want to keep a lot of those defects. There's little pits and beams in there. We want to keep them dark. You can see more of them on his armor right in here, and we want to keep those. We want to definitely keep those a little bit more dark than the other things. A little blending here and there too will definitely help. You can see how it's starting to look really old. Just exactly what we want. Still a little green in me. Too green. It needs a little bit more. That's one of the things when you make a custom color, you really should try your absolute best to paint all your pieces at once if you make a custom color. Ooh, that's close. That's close. Where I remember the colors I use in a mix, I don't always remember the ratios exactly, and so you're kind of left at the mercy of your memory and your ability to match paints. If you make a custom thing for like a custom color for an army, and you're having to paint a bunch of it. So like a lot of times you should probably make batches of it. My problem with this, my issue here was I painted everybody but this guy because I wanted to get him kit bashed. So here we are, and that kind of happens. Flicking it across this fire, messing this all up, make myself mad as hell. Hello, McBeardsly. Great to see you, sir. Thanks for coming by. Slowly but surely working our way across this really cool model. I really dig these Mech Infantry guys. They look great. It's a really cool, fun model. Let's see, okay, that's going to be the edge outside. This will be kind of play with this a little bit. You don't want to completely take away all that pitch from there. You want to kind of fade it in. Now I could have done some of that with Q-tip while I was drawing. I could have just rubbed it off, but I decided not to. Oh my god. That's a mission. You're talking about a mission. Watch all those movies. No, thank you. When I was younger, I probably wouldn't have gotten into it, but nowadays I don't know that I had. My kids wouldn't let me have the time to do something like that. I'd be. I gotta get up and do something to help these kids with something before then. Cook them something to eat, or take them somewhere. Get all that watching in before you got kiddos. A lot of that good stuff right there goes away. You're not gonna be able to sit around and watch your movies until you get, I guess, older. I think when you get older, they all disappear into the ether for a while, and then you get to. Careful, flame off. Got a little pin in there, but it can snap pretty easily. I should have showed you guys how to make this flame, but I don't know. Everybody voted on something else when I asked, and so I started working on it. So we're here now. So, yeah. Sorry. I'll definitely have to start filming everything I do. Let me just release it in tutorial videos or something. I don't know. I'm not really. It sucks because like I'm not really savvy enough at all this to really harness the power of it all. You know, like the internet thing and the social medias and all this. Mostly watching them during work. That's funny. Close. They are pretty close. One was maybe a little bit greener than the other. That's not bad. Too bad. Alright. 24 minutes. Take a quick break here. Check on stuff. Flex my hands. My friend is building a Tyranid model and something horribly wrong. Hold on, I gotta answer this question. Sick kids. still looking pretty filthy. A little bit dirt, like I said, a little bit dirtier than the other one. A little bit darker green. You know. Alright. Well, that's all kind of setting up for us. I'm going to put burnt umber down on all the soil stuff. So like this little kit, the part of a rocket launcher, that was a broken bit. Like I tried to print it and the print failed. So like there's you know, sometimes save your prints. You never really know. You never really know what's gonna happen. That's a helmet in the soil. I just now noticed that. That's fun. Okay, so that, I thought that was a rock. I wasn't paying any attention. I even put all that thing in there and everything, and I didn't notice until just now. It's like mostly submerged. That's pretty fun. Okay, hold on. Let's paint that up. I just had my phone popped up here. Oh, fun. Okay. So you're more like really listening to the movies, which is, you know, it's kind of like listening to like old radio shows. You know, I used to do radio dramas where it sounded like a TV show on the radio. You know, before we had movies and stuff. For anybody who doesn't know, I'm pretty sure Shy knows that. I'm pretty sure Sir McBeardsly knows, because he's a learned individual. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, they used to have these old radio shows where they would be in the studio of the radio station or wherever they recorded it, recording studio, and they would act it out. You'd have actors, and then you'd have people there that made sound effects and stuff like that. So like, you know, you'd bring in a pane of glass or something, and if you need to break a window, you break a pane of glass, and you make that sound, car horn sounds, and a lot of stuff. A lot of the so like a lot of the sound effects that you hear in older cartoons, Looney Tunes, Merry Melodies, things like that, that stuff actually, a lot of those sounds come from radio. The old radio shows, the way they make the sounds, at least, in different places may have recorded their own things, but they developed the ability to make those sound effects. And even today, a lot of sound effects, you know, comes from the things they learned when they were doing radio shows. And there's a fun little strange bit of knowledge for me to pass on to y'all for no reason whatsoever, other than you dared to watch this show. That's what you get for watching this show, dang it. Education. Enjoy. I'm kidding. I really love this. I love doing this. And I think it's fun that people watch it. I always am amazed that people think I'm entertaining. But people do. People have always found me amusing. I guess I'm just a funny guy. I think it's because I ask questions most people aren't like willing to ask out loud, and I'll ask them, and not because I have any kind of like. Yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. If you played Fallout 4, they had the radio shows in Fallout 4. That is true. They were fun. Now I lost my train of thought. Something about me being a funny guy. Or people thinking I'm funny anyway. Or amusing. At least in 1 hour doses. That's good times. So yeah, moving right along on these guys. Definitely feeling entrenched Crusade pilled here. I've fallen deeply in love with these models. This has been a lot of fun. I'm going to be kind of sad when I finally wrap them all up. Probably buy some more files and print them. Just because it's a lot of fun. Okay, blood on his feet here. just kind of need to kind of pop out on there. We don't want to hide all of the metal color there. So just gonna kind of dap it on there a little bit. I don't know that I would say like I think there's a place for that kind of thing again. Really, I feel like you could get away with doing some radio shows again. Because like a lot of people, you know, everybody's running around on their devices now, and everybody's doing stuff, and they're not really, you know, like you're saying, you're sitting at work, you're kind of half-ass watching this. But like, if somebody had something that was a modern, compelling radio show that was like an old serial show like that, you could probably hook some people onto that, man. If you did it right, you could. Man, hey, Shy, we need to think about that one for real. Put that one in the notebook. I don't know if you have that or not. I don't know if you keep notes at all. I don't care. It's more like just a funny thing to say. But no, we really should think about that. That's actually, man, that's a good idea. Yeah, right. People do. They listen to people play D&D. Right. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like a podcast. We'd have to write scripts and stuff. We'd have to figure out what the show would be about. I mean, that's a lot of work. That part's a lot of work, but bro, we can make some money doing that. I can do a lot of different voices, a lot of different sound effects, accents and stuff like that. I can do some badly done accents. If I had a couple takes of it, I could probably make it sound good. I mean, we should get like 3 or 4 of us together. We need to get like 2 girls with different voice ranges, and then a couple of other like maybe we need a couple of writers. We need some writers. I can write some of this, but I can't write all of it. Or at least, I mean, well, I don't know. Maybe you and I could write it. You're pretty creative person, so we might be able to come up with something. We should really think about this. I'm gonna put that away in the noodle. Come back to it later. This is another thing I like about my thicker paints. I don't have to shake them. Man, I can get so tired of shaking paint. I have a lot of friends of mine that paint. They're like, I don't want to see how you use those tubes of paint like that. And I'm like, man, you don't have to shake my paint. That's why. That's how I use it. I don't shake it. Oh, shit. I love all of you. I'm not. People who know me know I'm being funny. Anyway. Oh, shit. I forgot what I was doing. I was going to paint something. I forgot. It was going to be metal colored. What was it? It was the helmet. Oh, my God. I'm having a little too much fun today, I think. I made some people really angry in traffic today. They were driving like assholes. And, sometimes, if you come raging up behind me and I'm in the middle lane, sometimes I'm just going to let go and let God, That kind of annex is for the fast lane. People get extra angry. They're trying to, I don't know what they're trying to do, get around somebody else or whatever. But these people were trying to do that with, like, the left lane is fully empty and you're riding my ass. And it's like, man. See, I'm telling you. We got to come up with an idea of our own universe. That's going to be the hardest part. Just figuring out like the idea. Maybe we do like 2 or 3 different like. Man, I'm gonna start brainstorming this one out. I'm not lying. We should brainstorm this one out. We should come up with a couple of ideas, and we would need like we'll need some younger voices, and I got the old man voice. We'll need some girls to do voices. We'll just need some people that want to do voice work on it. Unless it's comedy, and then then I can be a girl. I can be a girl like on Monty Python. That's how they always did it on Monty Python. You always go somewhere this if you're playing the girl. Have you ever watched them? They which is so funny. People get so upset about drag nowadays. And it's like, you've been doing drag forever. Like, what are you mad about? Monty Python has some of the best drag ever. They were hilarious. But yeah, it. Well, people are weird. People get really upset about strange things, and we really. And I remember when I used to get upset about strange things when I was a teenager. But some people, like, they've grown adults and they're still mad. I do not understand that. Okay. We'll have to stain that guy later. Alright. Let's take a look what we gotta do. Oh gosh. I gotta do the little titanium rate. Oh, I should paint his head. Real quick, hold on, let's get that done real quick before this paint dries out. His helmet here. And yeah, you could put this on a stick or whatever if you wanted to. I probably should, and I might, before it's over, I might pull out some stick stuff to put on there. I use this old candlestickum, which is, it's okay, but honestly, the best thing to do for it is like poster tack. It works really, really well. Works hell better than trying to hold it with your fingers. I always felt like they should make a device that like could hold things like heads. Like it is some sort of like, I don't know, suction cup or some tiny suction cup. I don't know how it would work. I just always thought that this should exist. But you just need something sticky. This is a wax, and this is what they call candlestickum. And it's like it's just a wax that you use to make candles stick in the sticks. It's an old-timey thing. And the reason I use it is because my grandma always had it at her house, and when I was a kid, I found out you could do this. So now he's on now I have his head on a stick. Back to what was that? The jalapeno on a stick. There was a comedian in the '90s that was like a puppeteer, ventriloquist guy, and he had this. Man, honestly, it was a little racist. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, the show was a little racist. But he had a jalapeno that was Hispanic, and I didn't say it. Like, well, I'm just a jalapeno on a stick. It was funny stuff. Jeff Dunham. I think that's right. I think you're right. I think it was Jeff Dunham. That's one of the things about old stuff where, like, back in those days, it didn't seem like it was because of where the world was. And as you get older, you know, because I was a kid in those days, and heck, you were a little kid. You know, and it seemed like hard, fun, as everybody was laughing. But then you start looking back at it, and you're like, oh, wait a minute. Dude, that has a little lift to it, doesn't it? Like, I catch myself all the time. I'll say stuff and be like, whoa, hey, wait a minute. And it's just sayings that we used to just say that. And it's like, wait a minute, though. You shouldn't say that. Like, that's not right. That's not right. You shouldn't say that. So, it's just, some people, I guess, what was it? I heard one guy say this, and I loved it. It was, if something happens in a group of people, the ones that respond immediately by being cruel are the ones that are least intelligent. So say something happens in like somebody slips and falls. The ones that simply laugh first instead of like helping, they're the ones that are on the lower end. Those that are like, oh my gosh, and then they see that the person is all right, and they're like, oh, and then we pick you up. Those are the ones that we're all right. But the ones that are just laughing and pointing, yeah, I don't know, man. Which is why it's why I know because I can look at something like that. I can look at a situation like the Jeff Durden or Durham, whatever his name is, and I can say, hey, wait a minute. Wow, that is funny. That's not. You probably shouldn't say that sort of stuff. Where a lot of people, they just keep laughing. But I don't know. It's a weird world we live in, y'all. We should all try to be nicer to each other, but what are you gonna do? People don't like being nice. I don't know why. It is 100% a thing. People, as a rule, do not like being nice. Okay, looks like start right here. These free hands are always a lot of fun. The main thing I try to remember is a lot of times with freehand and painting stuff and stuff onto an item is that the whole idea is that somebody painted this onto the unit. Okay, so it's supposed to look hand painted, and that kind of help you, ease your nerves a little bit while you're doing something like this. And you're like, oh yeah, no wait, it's supposed to look like somebody painted this on with a brush. Probably a big brush, or maybe an airbrush, but a brush nonetheless. Right. That's a good start for our spade. Which I love the big pads because we can get the full like Ace of Spade card on there, which is freaking awesome. And then where's the leader? This is the lieutenant here. I'm working on him too behind the scenes. So I'm gonna do a spade on his shield underneath all this. I haven't decided if I'm gonna spade his helmet, but I'm gonna put a big spade on there just for funsies. And then if I do another patrol, I might do like hearts. Might do like 4 different groups, hearts, clubs, diamonds, spades. I don't know. I think that's cool. I think that's cool. I guess I don't really care if anybody else does. These ones are actually mine, so I can put whatever I want on. Just had that dry brush. I'm telling you, I've got so many different. There's so many different things I use on this particular. You'd think you wouldn't have all these different colors on, army guys, but lots of different colors. And this is just a super light dry brush, y'all. We're really just trying to catch very tip tops of all that. Almost trying to maybe hit light sources, like how light would actually find it. Again, we could have just maybe left this alone, but it might have been right too. You can also take a dry brush, kind of add some flicks, or maybe the paint is chipping off a little bit. All this equipment here, especially on these tops, just a slight touch, just a slight touch, not much at all. Right there, nipple back in. I'm not afraid to do a little chipping here too. I'm not actually coming with a brush and chip that piece up. But we want the whole part around it to have experienced a little bit of wear. Because this gets opened and shut when they're turning it on. This actually should be shut, but I like having it open just so you can see the pieces. You know, in a real combat situation, you shut something like that. You wouldn't want it exposed. But, you know, just a little bit here, like a dab on the tops for the So, and I have like for this nap, I have a special name. Oh, I keep wanting to get RuneScape related things from my Office Nerd collection, but it's hard to find RuneScape merch. Oh yeah, bro, totally. Yeah, I promise you, somebody has made files for it. RuneScape, yeah, there's files somewhere. Let me take a look after I get done here today. Let me take a look at what I got, what I can find, and I'll send you some pics and see what you think. I'll figure out what to do. I gotta go make a little bit of money. So if you see me Ubering, mind your business. I'm kidding, y'all. If you see me Ubering, you better say hi. But yeah, I gotta make some money so I can pay for some stuff. One of them being the file I need to print for the next guy. Oh, I keep forgetting this helmet on the base exists in general. Yeah, RuneScape's cool, and like it's so customized. I mean, like, I think we can do a lot of like whatever colors you want on a lot of stuff. In that game, almost everything was color customizable. It seemed like, I hadn't even thought about that game in years. RuneScape. It was popular for a minute, man. People played RuneScape for a while. I remember those days. Do a little bit of, it's a 4, maybe this guy needs to be 3. I'll make Bull higher, maybe make this guy 5, like 3. Oh, whisker or something there. Oh yeah, man, it's, now I'm curious. Let's see here. If it's gonna let me look at it, say. Here we go. It always takes a while for Coles to load. But yeah, no, let's see. Some of this stuff's gonna be junk. A lot of it's gonna be probably still gonna look super polygony just because it's the nature of RuneScape itself. But it looks like there's all sorts of helmets, figures. Yeah, we'll just have to. There's a Hydra, winged helm, boots, spider. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff. There's the bear. That's fun. Some fun stuff. I haven't looked at RuneScape stuff in forever. That's funny. Ah, youth. Oh yeah, it'd have to be. I mean, it has to be a little polygony. Wow, that's crazy. Long live the king, I guess, right? Okay, hold on. Let's take a look. We were... a little off there. This gets hard to do when I'm trying to lean over the bench so I can just get in the camera. I got so used to like painting in my lap, and like sometimes I forget, and like I pull it back, and I especially when I'm doing these freehands, I'll get real tempted to go over here and hide myself. Nah, I'm hiding from you guys. I don't know, it's just funny. It's not really hiding. Just getting comfortable, I guess. Hiding just seems funnier. Yeah, frick, man, 26 years. It's hard to believe that. It's hard to believe that. I mean, it's real, but it's so hard. It's so hard to reconcile all that, you know? Like, oh my god. Am I really that old? And like, yeah, you really are that old. I like that idea. 3. Just a little bit to get it to work out the way we want. There we go. Don't be afraid to do that. You have to. That's fun. Lego plants. Yeah, that'd be fun. That's a fun idea. Alright, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do just a little bit of chipping with the metal color. Kind of fun. That's going to help us kind of take care of the... There's a little holes that is in the model full of divots or whatever, and that'll help kind of accentuate that. Plus, you keep that edge all kind of funky, which is fun. Trying to find those little any place where they have the little blemishes in the armor, just kind of a little bit of an outline in metal. Do all these little guys too, rivets. This is, what is it, Lead Belcher from Citadel. Pretty solid metallic paint. Citadel makes great metallics. They make a lot of them too, lots of different variations. But I will say I really like Pro Girls metallics. Metallics too. It's really fun. Pretty easy to work with. And I do have that one army painter I liked. It's the rough iron color, which is a great color. Okay, maybe chip there too. So it's kind of gonna go through it. Same thing. There's one blemish there. Those little rivets. One, two. Base cook I always read that part with the plants. That's funny. It's funny. Lego finally realized that the kids they used to sell 2 years ago grew up adults still love Legos. Yeah, I don't know. My son's a kid and he prefers the black boxes. So you know, a little bit of both. Lego's pretty good at learning how to market things. They're good at it. Definitely. Okay, well, we'll come back tomorrow, and I guess we'll keep messing around with these guys. We get these things finished up, because they're such great pieces. We'll get these two guys done, skis. They're getting very close. So I got that. We're at an hour, cruising up to over an hour. We got that, which is great. It's always fun when I can fill this whole thing and wow, the wrong one. And it feels like I didn't do anything, so I like that one. It's like, oh yeah, that one went really smooth and really fast. They're always the best. So anyway, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate everybody comes to watch and that stuff. The likes and subscribes and all that stuff. It really kicks me right in the dopamine, man. Good stuff. So yeah. If you like what we do, give us a subscribe, a like. If you're returning to the show, thanks. Awesome. Glad the amount of return viewers we get, it really blows my mind. I'm always like, oh wow, that's cool. So I really appreciate everybody who stops by and watches and chats or all that stuff. Yeah. We'll talk to you later, Sir McBeardsly. Thank you so much. Be good. Yeah, be good to those around you, even the ones that annoy you. Yes. That's why we always end with that here around the Piece of Pep Pains. We always talk about be good to each other. Yeah. So Go out and do something good today. We're gonna talk to you later. Bye.